Good afternoon, YouTube. My name is Chad Finn, and once again, this is LeagueWise, your home to daily fantasy League of Legends. In this video, we're going to talk about the DraftKings early morning LCK LPL slate. This is a 4-game slate that locks at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, July 15th. As always, in this video, we're going to take a quick look and preview each game on the slate, and then I'll give you Finn's faves, my favorite play from each team under the assumption that that team wins. These plays are based off my exclusive carry rankings that are available on my Patreon page every day, along with my game picks for every DraftKings slate that day, assuming that I can get to it and I have the information. I'm not going to put bad information out. But I'll be covering the LEC, LCK, LPL, and LCS. Occasionally, maybe I might do a CBLOL. Just kind of depends. So far this split, I am 136 and 56 after going 1-1 yesterday, which is 70.8% win rate on my picks. And I've been over 64% for the last 3 splits. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. To join and get access to those picks, simply follow the link in the description below. And while you're down there, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to smite that notification button on your way out. That said, let's get on to Game 1. In Game 1, we have Afrika Freaks versus Gen G. Afrika currently is in 5th place with a 5-3 series record and an overall game record of 11-7. They have a goal differential at 15 minutes of minus 823, gold per minute of 1743, first tower win rate of 39%, kills per game of 12.2 on average, and average deaths per game of 9.9. Looking at Gen G, they are currently in 3rd place in the LCK and come in with a series record of 6-2. They have an overall record of 13-6. A gold differential advantage at 15 of 1,052 on the positive, gold per minute of 1,861, damage per minute of 1,912, first tower win rate of 79%, which is impressive, average kills per game of 13.9, and deaths per game of 9.9. After starting the split 2-0, Afrika has gone 3-3. Basically, they've beat the teams that they should beat this season, while losing to the teams that are losing to the higher tier teams of T1, Dragon X, and DWG. And in doing so, they've gone 1-6 in those games. So they really haven't been all that competitive. After dropping their first game to Dragon X, Gen G, on the other hand, has won 6 of 7. But the only notable win was week 3 versus DWG. A lot of questions should be answered in this one. I mean, you can't discount the fact that Afrika is 5-3. I mean, 5-3 doesn't happen by accident. They've done what they've supposed to have done to get to that point. But like I said, a lot of questions should be answered. Is Afrika ready to claim a spot amongst the elite, or will Gen G begin to prove they are LCK and world contenders? Looking forward to watching this one. We'll have to see how it goes. In Game 2, we have, I feel, is an interesting matchup and probably a true coin flip. As E-Star faces off against OMG. E-Star currently in 14th place, comes in with a 2-8 series record and an overall record of 10-16. They have a gold differential at 15 minutes of minus 191, gold per minute of 1,744, first tower win rate of 69%, average kills per game of 12.4, and average deaths per game of 15. OMG, on the other hand, is currently in 11th place and coming with a series record of 3-6 and an overall game record of 10-13. A gold differential at 15 of minus 291. gold per minute of 1,749, damage per minute of 1,815, first tower win rate of 30%, which is significantly less than E-Star. It's hard to say. When you see an advantage like that, when you break down the game further yourself, the key is to find out and look for ways that, yes, there's an advantage there, but is it an advantage that E-Star is going to be able to capitalize on, or is it one that OMG is going to be able to play through? And in a lot of cases, that requires a lot of watching these games. I watch these games back every day before making this video. I went back and watched the last two E-Star and the last two OMG videos just because this one was so close. I normally also go ahead and rewatch the previous nights or previous morning's slates when I get a chance through the day as well. I watch quite a bit, kind of treat this kind of like it was football. A lot of film watching, to help me kind of identify. That's probably why my pick rate has consistently risen over the last three slates and is currently over 70%. In breaking, so they have a 30% first tower win rate. OMG does. I got a little sidetracked there. Kills per game average of 12.5 and deaths per game average of 15. In breaking down wins and losses, E-Star has really kind of fallen apart, losing 6 in a row after starting 2-2. To me, when I watch them, it just seems like they're not on the same page. It appears to me there's something going on internally. It appears to right this ship, they are going to be benching Wink and promoting rookie Rat is his name, who has led E-Star Young, which is the academy or developmental team for E-Star that plays in the LDL. He has led them to an 8-1 record this year in the LDL. I think the kid might be the real deal. He's 39-19 since joining E-Star Young in the LDL since spring of 2019. All that said, odds makers are giving E-Star a 54.95% chance of winning, and they're giving OMG a 51.68% chance of winning. Like I said, this one is a toss-up. The key, like I said, is identifying strengths and weaknesses that can be exploited, and then which team can create the comps to execute those potential win conditions. This one's tough. If you want to see my picks, just go down, join me in Patreon. I've already got those posted up. You can take a look at them, and I post those every day. Going on to game 3, or series 3, I should say. Not sure what's going on there. Hold on, let me see if we can fix it. Stay with me, guys. Let's refresh it. Going on to game 3. There it is. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Moving on to game 3, we get my favorite team in the world, JD Gaming. That's my favorite, versus Vici Gaming. After a slow start to the split, JDG is currently in third place with a series record of 7-2 and a game record of 15-7. While Vici Gaming has been a pleasant surprise, holding down the 7th spot with a series record of 5-3 and a game record of 10-10. JDG has a goal differential advantage at 15 of 235, goal per minute of 1,857, damage per minute at 2,013, first tower win rate of 41%, kills per game of 15.5, and deaths per game of 10.7 on average. Vici, on the other hand, comes in with a goal differential at 15 of 729, goal per minute of 1,766, damage per minute of 1,974, first tower win rate of 55%, kills per game average of 12, and deaths per game average of 11.9. Overall, Vici Gaming has been solid this split, and really will be looking to prove that they're ready to stake their claim as a playoff team, as one of the top teams in the LPL. To do so, they'll have to figure out how to slow down the spring champs, who appear to be beginning to get their legs back underneath them, appear to be surging, and will no doubt, in my mind, be looking to put the LPL and World on notice in this one. The question is can they? Like I said, Vici Gaming has been solid, and you don't get to 5-3 in the LPL by accident. Vici's 10-10 record for a 5-3 team concerns me a little bit. You'd expect that to be a couple wins better at least, but they do have they have played well in the early game. JDG is really good though. Again, this is one when you're making your picks, really try to hone in on where you feel an advantage might be, and then determine whether or not that team can create the comp and or in-game situations that will allow them to capitalize and expand and advance that advantage, into later stages of the game. Again, like I said, that's something that can best be done in by watching a good amount of film, learning and understanding the game. Or if you don't want to do all that, just join me on Patreon and let me do the work for you. Going on to Game 4, we have Team Dynamics and Damwon Gaming. This is the final series of the slate. And Team Dynamics will be looking to reestablish themselves in this one. After starting the summer split 3-1, Dynamics was looking every bit the real deal before coming back to earth, losing three of their last 4 games. Currently, they're in 6th place. They have a series record of 4-4 with a game record of 10-10. Damwon, on the other hand, has, for the most part, been dominant, holding down the 2 spot with a series record of 6-2 and a game record of 14-4. Team Dynasty has shown decline, like I said, and comes in with a gold differential of at 15 of -107 that had been higher at the start of the season. Gold per minute of 1,714, damage per minute of 1,761. They do have a first tower win rate of 60%, which has also declined. That had been very high at the beginning of the season, as this team, macro-wise, was looking very impressive. Did not look to be the rookies that they were. Decision-making was great. We'll have to see if they can get back to that. Kills per game average of 10.9 and deaths per game average of 11.4. As I mentioned, Damwon has been dominant, and the numbers show it. They come in with a gold differential at 15 of 2,679, gold per minute of 1,952, damage per minute of 2,171, first tower win rate of 94%, kills per game of 15.9, deaths per game average of only 9.3. This game, when you look at it just statistically, looks to be one-sided. But upsets have been everywhere. I mean, these last couple weeks, it seems like all these lower teams in every league across the world. And I don't know if this is something that has to do with it just getting crunch time, getting midway of the split. If it has to do with if it's patch related, whatever it is, it certainly seems to be more of a trend. Um, so to say Dynasty doesn't have a chance in this one, I think would be foolish. Um, they will want. I do believe they can make it interesting. To do so, they're gonna have to slow this one down and turn it into a macro game, and then they're going to have to beat Damwon at that macro game. But DWG will be looking to play fast and force mistakes. Dynamics has shown that this to be a weakness, and DWG has shown that they want, they are really kind of bringing that LPL style of play to the LCK, and they've done it successfully. The question in this one, I guess, would be whose will be done. Whoever can infect their will or press their will in this game the most is going to be the winner. The answer to that question will determine the winner of this one. As I think there is a chance that the odd makers could be underestimating dynamics in this one. I'm not sure their win percentage chances at 15.63% are necessarily accurate. I think this is more around Damwon, maybe 70, Dynamics 30. I don't know. It's going to be a close one. It's a good game either way. This looks like a fun slate to watch. I'll probably definitely be going to bed a little bit early tonight to get up and try to watch all of these games live. At 47, sometimes the body and mind doesn't allow me to get up that early, but I do fairly well. Moving on to Finn's faves. For Team Africa, I am going with Mystic at ADC. If they're going to win, I feel like he's going to have a good game. His KDA is at 5.4. Kill participation is 72.6. Damage participation is 33.4. Again, as a reminder, Finn's faves. These are my favorite picks or favorite plays from each team on the slate tonight, assuming that team wins. As a tool that I use, I call it my carry rankings. It's an exclusive tool. I take into effect a winning condition, the matchup, comps, and then my own bit of knowledge as to who I think has the highest chance of carrying their team, assuming that team wins. So like I said, for Afrikas, I believe it's Mystic. Moving on to Gen G, their ADC ruler, if they're going to win, is, I believe, going to be their highest scoring player. He comes in with a KDA of 5.5, a kill percentage of 58.6, and damage participation, I should say kill participation of 58.6%, and damage participation of 25.8%. Moving on to E-Star. Like I said, E-Star is starting the rookie rat. We don't know what he's going to be. Like I said, I've done a little bit of research on him. I do believe if E-Star is going to win, he is going to have to be he is going to have to lead them. He is going to have to be their leading scorer. He's going to have to play his position. He's going to have to carry. I'm not 100% sure that Wink was the issue, unless it was a communication issue that was just affecting the team. I actually haven't been all that impressed with the play of their support. Shaoxi, I believe it is. But we'll see how this affects the bot lane. Their bot lane certainly has been the problem. I'm just not sure Wink was the issue. If E-Star is going to win, it is going to be on the shoulders of Rat. Moving on to OMG. Oh, my God. Icon, their mid laner. He is really... He's what makes this team work. He's the best player on the roster. Comes in with a KDA of 3.6. a kill percentage of 67, or kill participation, I should say, is 67.6%. Damage participation of 27.4%. This is a pretty good matchup for him, I think. Like I said when in the breakdown or in the preview, this is a toss-up. Either one of these teams could win. It's probably going 3 games. The one way it doesn't go 3 games, in my opinion, is if Rat is the real deal and solidifies up that bot lane and carries. If he does that, E-Star has the more talented roster. They will probably win this one 2-0. I just maybe gave you a pick, but you can make sure by checking me out on Patreon. Probably said that enough. Let's move on to the third game, and JDG Gaming. I'm going to go with their ADC on this one, Loken. He comes in with a KDA of 6.2, kill participation of 74.2, and damage participation of 28.3. I think JDG is really getting to a point to where they're about to let the rest of the world know. Loken, I believe, has been for more than a couple splits extremely underappreciated. I think he's one of the best bot laners in the world, but tends to always get overlooked for whatever reason. For Vici Gaming, I'm going to go with their mid laner, Zika, who, if you haven't seen him play, he is good, and so good to the point that the more film I watch on Vici Gaming and watch Zika specifically, man, he looks like one of the best mid laners in the world. He is good and can affect the game, and he's probably the one thing that makes the one player that makes this game dangerous for JDG. They're going to have to target Zika in the draft. But his champion pool is pretty impressive too. This Zika kid is good. He comes in with a KDA of 7.9, kill participation of 67.9%, and damage participation of 24.4%. Moving on to the final game of the slate with Team Dynamics. Like I said, for Team Dynamics, they're going to want to slow it down. If I'm going to be honest, I'm not really 100% sure unless you're playing more of a hedging strategy where you're just playing a bunch of lineups or you're playing just a bunch of lineups. I'm not sure Team Dynamics is really a very good DFS play. I mean, like I said, if they're going to win, it's going to be because they slowed that game down and turned it into a typical LCK style game. If they do win, though, I believe their leading scorer is going to be Diokdam. Probably pronounced that wrong. Thought I might make it through this whole thing without pronouncing the name wrong, but I probably pronounced that one wrong. He's their ADC. He comes in with a KDA of 3.5, kill participation of 62.1%, and damage participation of 26.9%. They are playing Damwon Gaming, who, like I said, has been as impressive as anyone in the world, in large part to the play of Ghost, their ADC. Another ADC I think that's pretty underappreciated on the world stage. But if they're going to speed the game up, they're going to speed it up through the bot lane, and that's going to benefit Ghost. Comes in with a KDA of 4.6, kill participation of 61.2%, damage participation of 26.2%. Again, like I said, well, that's Finn's faves first. Hopefully this is a segment that you guys like. The other thing with this too is in a lot of cases, once you've decided who your winners are, these other players might be, depending on how you want to differentiate your lineups, maybe good one-offs if you want to go that direction. Myself, if I'm one-offing, I'm going to target team, support, then top. I probably wouldn't one off in any one of these main positions, but that's just me. I've seen it work both ways. I'm still real heavy on the 4-3 stacks. They still seem to be the dominant stacks, with some exceptions. Again, if you want access to my exclusive carry rankings, where these were generated from, and those rank every role on every team for every game 1 through 6. I rank them 1 through 6, 1 being the most likely to carry, 6 being the least likely to carry. You also gain access to my game picks, which, like I said, I'm at 70.8%. And that's after a rough week. We've kind of dropped down. I've yet to have a slate this season or this split that I haven't gone at least 50%. And then I do practice a hedging strategy where, which normally allows me to place in most cases, almost daily. And like I said, you get access to both of those through the Patreon link below. My picks and the carry rankings are for this slate are already posted. All you got to do is join. Again, I want to thank you for watching LeagueWise. My name is Chad Finn, saying good luck, good night, stay safe, and as always, see you next time on the Rift.